Hello and welcome to the Captain's Draft 4.0 Minor. We got Team Spirit against Vega Squadron today. The second
10 seconds
best of 3 in the CIS Qualifier. And I'm joined by Brax XXXXXX. Hopefully.
Hello?
Oh, you're there. I was a bit worried that I'd do that and you just would say nothing.
I was thinking about it, but I decided against it.
Oh.
How are you doing, Shane?
Oh, I'm good, I'm good. The OP fairy lady's in the pool. Do you think something's gonna ban it?
You know, I was watching your fairy lady and it wasn't looking so OP, so I don't really know.
Yeah,
Maybe they were watching.
I'm sure these lads were. I don't know. I saw it go through in the Southeast Asia
10
qualifiers.
seconds remaining.
That was a foolish mistake.
Did she destroy the game?
Yeah, no, it was. They played as a support and it just annihilated people. Like,
Okay.
you know, the team fight happens. You can put down an AOE route that literally, if anyone walks into it, they get rooted. And then if the team fight doesn't go your way, you just AOE fear them.
Team ban.
You know,
Team ban.
there, she's away.
Alright, she's gone.
Okay, what else do we have? What OP heroes or
I
combinations?
was gonna say Enchantress looks pretty good in this kind of lineup because, for me, it always feels like there's a lack of support heroes. Right? Look at this pool. There's so many cores, and then you look at these support heroes that have like roam potential outside of like Enchantress and Tusk. There's not really anything.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, I guess there's like Shaker and Night Stalker, but they feel a bit outdated. I don't know. Maybe is Night Stalker still played?
Team ban.
Mostly as a core role, I think, in the 3 position, usually.
Oh, alright.
It essentially does the same thing, though. You play it as 3, and then it still just runs around.
Yeah. It's the same hero, it just starts in a different lane, right? And then it does the same thing.
Yep. And I kind of actually, like, beforehand, maybe a year ago, I would have said, if you put someone in your 3, you need them to benefit from farm, and maybe they want items and that kind of stuff. But Dota's changed to a point where it doesn't really matter. If your 3 role is roaming around and getting kills around the map and not farming, it's completely grand. It's fine. It's almost encouraged.
There's always like a balance, right? Like if you have some anti-mage or some ultra late game carry, some Terrorlet already, you don't not need like that extra core on the offlane, right? You can go for like a utility team fight style hero, right? Ogre first pick. Wowzers.
The answer was Death Prophet, Earthshaker. Some good lockdown, good team fight control, AoE. Alright, I kind of like Ogre in Captain's Draft a lot more than I would in, say, all pick or Captain's mode, because you've such a limited pool of heroes. And Ogre's Bloodlust allows certain heroes, say for example Slark, to come online faster than they normally would or naturally with the Bloodlust, right? It gives them a little boost. So it kind of...
Yeah, very true.
It opens up more versatility in your draft.
He's a hero that's good with a lot of other carries, right?
Yeah.
Everyone benefits
Like,
from that extra attack speed and move speed.
I don't think there's anyone in the game that doesn't want more attack speed.
Yeah, of course. It really helps certain heroes like Slark, for example, right? Because he has the stat steal. But there are some heroes where they have like they don't have that attack speed, or they don't like build for it first. Like a TA, for example, right? She rushes the Death's Blink Dagger with Bloodlust. It's like the gold value from that spell is quite high.
Especially, it's really high early game and then extremely late game as well. When you're 6 slotted, right? It gives you that extra
when you hit
boost.
that sweet level 25 ogre.
God damn.
Never before seen.
Sniper. Alright. So,
okay.
Bit of an interesting matchup, Death Prophet versus Sniper. Death Prophet, a hero that has to kind of walk into the fight usually.
Yep.
It's difficult for it to gap close on Sniper. Sniper can almost stay outside of the ghost range and attack. And he will have that Bloodlust buff on top. And then you have the Silencer as a support to back up the Sniper, right? So if they initiate upon him, they can global and then re-engage or reposition themselves however they might like.
Yeah, the Silencer pick looks quite valuable here. It's really good at breaking the Earthshaker chainstun, right? When you blink echoes, you can global silence, and all of a sudden this guy's just in your face. And usually the echo's not enough of a disable, right? You need to really pair it up with the other spells. Sniper is super good against DP throughout the entire game. DP wants to run a tower, so Sniper, good luck pushing into this guy. It's not fun. When you try, you die.
There was one time when I saw Death Prophet beating Sniper, and he actually built Solar Crest, Blink Dagger.
Radiant
That was
Yep.
his item progression. Yeah. Just to blink into Sniper. That was the only way you could beat him. Magnus.
Magnus, alright, so.
Okay, so maybe the
Dire team picked.
two best. Okay.
Alright, that's pretty good against Sniper,
Yeah,
isn't it?
their draft is real
That's
good.
that's a very sad looking Sniper all of a sudden. But you know what? There's tons of heroes left in this pool, Shane. Maybe they're gonna whip out something unexpected.
Maybe. I would not mind a Zeus,
10
right? They have
seconds
two
remaining.
heroes that rely on blink initiations and positioning to get on top of
5
Sniper.
seconds remaining.
PA, a hero that naturally has low HP, and she's susceptible to magic damage. It's difficult to lane the Zeus, though. That's the only thing I'd be kind of worried about.
Yeah, where do you put this guy? You put him in the offlane? If you
I-
put him offlane, then it's like he's food for this Phantom Assassin, right? Who can just initiate with the dagger all the time.
What do we do then, Brex?
Dude, I don't know. We gotta ask Zayak here. What is he thinking? I guess there was that Slark option you were talking about earlier, but there's like two big AoE stuns, right?
I'm not a
There's
Slag
actually-
fan at all, no, right?
No,
they have
me
Death
neither.
Prophet Q. The Silence is even really
Yeah,
good against
silence is big, and then there's gonna be like fissures from fog where you're not gonna get your dark packed off. He's just got way too many things to worry about, right?
her. Okay, it's
I don't know.
pretty spooky, actually.
It's
Oh,
look at that.
I don't know. I was
Okay.
trying.
All right. Well, maybe you're right about Zeus all along, and it's
Okay,
gonna be like
okay.
an offlane
So
Zeus or
it's
something.
a hero that might kind of tick the same box as Tiny in the offlane. Maybe it works. They
Okay.
have the Bloodlust, a lot of magical bursts for PA and Death Prophet. They kind of need that. It can kind of go on the back lines and interrupt their combos a little bit as well.
I sure hope it's not tiny.
They're really.
Dire team picked.
It's bad, isn't
It's-
it? All right,
it's like-
Slark comes. Oh boy. I mean, at least Slark helps you play team fights well, right? With that extra night vision, and then there's like global silence and stuff to interrupt any sort of combo if it gets caught. But when you look at the draft, right, you think, wow, this Slark's gonna have to be super farmed this game to be able to kill heroes quickly, right?
So
Needs
the-
Silver Edge and stuff.
Seconds
The way I see these fights panning out, right? There's going to be an ogre running at people. He's their initiation.
Yeah, that's problematic, isn't it?
Radiant team
Unless. Tusk.
Sorry.
Alright. Tusk will get it going.
You may now select.
So it's an offlane Tusk, though, right?
Yeah, it is. Interesting.
We haven't seen this in
Okay,
ages.
so Vega's team need a lot of time, right? They have not much in the way of building, pushing. They have good lanes, pretty amazing lanes, right? They have Silencer, they have Sniper, good laners. Tusk is a bit questionable, but maybe it works for Afterlife.
The Tusk at least enables like these support heroes to roam to his lane, right? Like
True that. Yeah.
Ogre can always come in. Same with the even support Silencer. They can use them to like snowball,
He's a little
no
vehicle
pun
for them.
intended, and take over the lane. But Slark is not a hero you can leave alone for too long. Like
Especially not against Magnus. Right.
Magnus isn't considered like a strong laner at all. Like he's free farm for a lot of safe lane carries, but Slark might not be one of them.
All he does is he gets a few levels of the Empower. Pre-6, Slark is unable to even go near the creep wave. Just the cleave alone kind of hits him pretty hard.
Yeah, it's one of those lanes where Mag's not gonna kill your Slark, right? But he gets everything he wants out of the lane. So
Okay, do you want
I don't
to...
know.
I personally, I'm going to go Team Spirit on this one. I think their draft just has a lot of versatility. They don't just... it's just a lot better. The one issue
I'm
they
a-
have is getting on the Sniper, right? If G has a great game, it could go the complete opposite way.
Sure, that is true. But actually, all these heroes have some utility or some tool at helping make Sniper's game harder. Right? You have like the darkness, so we can't see coming from these different angles.
Yeah,
You
what
have,
use is the range if you can't see them?
exactly? You can't even hit them at that point. No, but I totally agree. I'm a big fan of Team Spirit's draft. I think when the PA came out, that was kind of like, they had
The
some sirens
uh-oh,
going off
yeah.
on. Yeah, they're like, oh, we kind of messed up. But, we'll just have to see how this game plays out. As you said, the lane phase from Vega could be very, very strong, especially with this Tusk and Ogre running around. But I don't know. It's interesting because when you look at it and you think, oh, late game 5v5, well, how do you team fight into this Magnus DP being supported by, these dudes are sitting behind? Yeah, right. But it never plays out like that, right? It's all about the journey getting there.
It's about the journey. It's not about winning the game, guys. This is how you get there and who you get there with. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Come on, bro.
No, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, I do,
it doesn't
I do.
always play out like that, right? Some team takes a Roshan, and all of a sudden, this
Oh,
RP
yeah,
is
even
not
though-
as effective.
Even someone just gets caught out of position, they take a fight in a certain way, you know,
Right.
one spell's on cooldown, it changes everything.
You know, though, it's a game of mistakes, right?
But the thing is, right, I think Team Spirit can make more mistakes with their draft.
Oh, they can make a lot of mistakes in their draft, and their draft is also quite easy to play.
Exactly.
Because there's really not that much damage coming out from Vega's lineup in the early game, right? Like, this PA could get globaled on and attacked or whatever, but there's a good chance she survives to, like, the very end of it. Alright, we got some aggro lane set up, right? We got Phobos in the safe lane mag, and then 3 heroes from Team Spirit up here to...
I would really like if Team Spirit contested this Slark. Like, we spoke about how terrible Slark is as a laner, and it looks like they're quite aware of this, realizing that Ogre really wants to help the mid lane, right? Ogre needs to help Sniper. Oh, and it looks like they're rotating. They spotted out and they're piecing out, swapping all
so
the lanes.
they're walking down, not TPing, so they'll be able to save the TP to dodge yet again. So
Okay.
nicely done.
Do you
But yeah,
think
you're
Team
right,
Spirit
this-
will TP?
I don't think they will actually. Well, they're coming back with the just the Slark is going bottom. All right.
Okay, Sentry used and gets the ward instantly because of he had the vision down beforehand. Very nice from Zayak.
Yeah, nicely done indeed. And dude, look at this ogre in the mid lane. He's just holding position on his cliff. He's tanking hits, but he doesn't care. It's such an annoying thing for mid laners, right? This
there.
ogre. All right, he's blocked, but he's kind of just walking away.
That's he's bringing the creeper back. Okay, that's one thing I worry about when my supports are messing in my mid lane. You
Oh
know,
my god, they're just tilting out of control, root in the lane.
there's 2 range creeps now. Night Stalker is roaming in here for Team Spirit. Beaver gets somewhat of a block off. They really want Sniper because like they're not killing Ogre. 8
They
armor.
see this ogre, but they're ignoring him, right? They don't want him.
Beaver's trying to zone out the Earth Trigger. This is a very interesting lane, to be honest. G is just kind of walking backwards and forward, kiting them.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, I don't know what to say to you. I'm watching the mid lane. Good luck. Be back in 2 seconds. My dog's going crazy.
It looks like you had a visitor. Jack is not pleased at all, so Shane will be back. Oh no, I can see his camera floating off into the left. Jesus Christ, Shane, you messed up bad. Alright, well guys, there's a dog in the background. He's not happy, but that's life, right? Sometimes unexpected things happen. And, you know, we just gotta deal with it. So this, I know you guys can't see it because
Goddamn
Shane,
politicians.
messed up and your camera just started flying to the left of the trees. I saw that.
Sorry.
That's okay. Alright. I was just saying that the lane setup from Vega is pretty good here. Like this ogre, they have no real answer to dealing with this hero, right?
Yep.
Iceberg is, he's not like getting, it's not like a hopeless lane for him, but it's not great, right? It's not where he wants to be. There's a lot of kill threat. And then they went with an aggro setup with the PA, but now they have to leave the PA because Stark's bottom. And then that's going to open up room for rotations at nighttime where, you know, PA might not want to be in this lane. It's always awkward when you aggro with your safe lane because typically you end up leaving the lane.
Yeah, especially when you have these like natural roamers, right? Like Night Stalker and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much every time bounty runs come around, your piece, you're gone.
So these
Yeah.
politicians keep calling to my door. I swear to God.
Oh,
There's
no.
and having a giant German Shepherd that
Shane,
hates
overlay.
people. Oh God, nice. Disaster. Having a huge German Shepherd
You know-
really helps with the politicians.
Scares them right off, huh?
It really does. Alright, get back with it again. Ugh. The overlay is not too bad. Like it's not like a full draft overlay that covers the entire screen. It could be a lot worse, guys.
Okay, good, good. Jeez.
I always forget. I'm actually so bad at it.
We're off to a great start. Jack's made his appearance. Overlay's been hanging out for an extended period of time. We lost our turbo mode game.
It's just been great.
Can
Looking
only
at,
get better.
looking at this game though, like originally I was really happy when they started to contest the Slark, but then all of a sudden they just kind of gave up on it, right? Once they Vega squadron rotated, they didn't really try and contest anymore. Was that the right decision, or should they have like tried to contest?
I think it takes too much effort for them to be able to contest, because they're also playing their own game, right? They have this Magnus in the safe lane who's getting everything he needs. They don't care so much about the start getting decked in the start because they've got the tools to deal with it. But you know, Shane, as I say that, you are the prophets. Look at that, Night Stalker's TPing down. Perhaps they can snag up a quick silencer kill or something.
It's difficult. Oh, never mind.
Oh wow.
Whew.
All right, that was super well played.
That was extremely well played. Beaver with a very nice block, and then Phobos with this slick skewer. I didn't think it was possible that they get that kill. But
no, when you look at that kind of play, you think that is not a high percentage play. That's looking like very unlikely, but very nicely done. Did Slark, did he lose some night vision or something? I'm very surprised he died there.
I'm not sure. There's a way to check. I don't know. You have to look on Wiki, I guess. Braxel tweeted at the end of the game. Go for the play again. This time, the Fisher just misses.
Not gonna happen, but this is so annoying, right? Slark is level 4, and he can't touch creeps without losing all his health every time.
Ideally, Slark doesn't really mind if he gets shut down that much if he gets an early 6, because he can catch up in the jungle. But he's under so much pressure.
He's not going to be dipping out into the jungle anytime soon. Mid lane, Iceberg. This is a gank train, right? Tusk rotates in. Good luck surviving that.
All of a sudden, Vega's draft is looking pretty hot. Top lane. What do we have here? I like to win with Zayak. Just kind of dancing with each other.
Yeah, they're doing the dance, but looks pretty grim here for a silencer friend.
Don't doubt him.
All right, he's bringing.
He's turning around. Why is he?
But he's brave. He's not afraid of that.
Extremely brave. 9 stick charges.
Oh my
on
god.
The
he can swap in the
He can
TP?
get the TP in.
What's not happening? He's alright. Oh my god, is he alive?
Oh, Silencer dies on the backline. And I like to win. Is he gonna live? He is. He cuts down the correct tree.
Okay.
And manages to just leave.
Alright, that would have been a massive kill for these heroes if they're able to make that happen, but like, it just doesn't. Unfortunate.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice try with the baiting from Zayak though on the Silencer, right? He did a
Yeah,
good job.
it was well played for sure. It's just the shards were a bit misplaced and it's unlucky. Oh man.
What was that? Oh man, what's wrong with you?
I feel like they're gonna have some problems, you know. Mid lane, look at this. Fissure block comes out.
Gee, goes for the instant TP. No, it's close enough. Slayer might be run down as well. G has disconnected.
Oh, okay. I thought.
What did you think?
I thought that you paused the game.
Did I?
No. It was someone disconnecting.
Wouldn't surprise me.
You're like, uh-oh.
Because
no,
it's
we're
good.
No, good. After you, Sheen.
I was gonna say it kind of looked like a rage quit.
It did, right? He gets fissure blocked. He thinks, well, I'm dead. I'll be back. I think you know, Vega's lanes aren't going as good as they like, right? The Slark, he is their main carry, right? This guy needs to have quite a game. He needs to get like a Silver Edge and stuff to really deal with this Phantom Assassin.
He needs a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be super far ahead in order to do a whole lot. It feels like this game.
He needs BKB. There's like silences, RPs, Night Stalkers. Like it's.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
So I worry for that, and then like this mid lane, even though they shut down the Death Prophet and they killed him once with the Tusk rotation, it's not like the sniper's ball out of control, right? He just died. Now it's just kind of back to even.
Slayer. Spot uses the stick, gets the stun off under the tower. FNG might pay now because of that. Decent turnaround. Good trade for Vega. You picking that up?
Very nice. I don't know. I just think that at the pace this game is currently going, Vega are going to run into some very, very real problems.
What's G like to play? Is he a bit of a tilter, or how does he deal with that?
He's just a clown, man.
A clown?
Yeah, he's a big time clown. Or he was years ago.
I was hanging out with him a while ago. He's still a clown. One of the funniest people in Dota actually.
Yeah, he's quite funny.
Oh, bottom lane, I like to win. Just giving a bit of gusto after that. So we have a core Tusk on our hands here. I'm always confused as to how to itemize a core Tusk.
Well, he's itemizing like a support, right? He's got mana boots and the urn, so it looks like he's not gonna be skill on that hard to do the game.
Let's have the punch. No, that's about it. That's the old go away from me punch.
Yeah.
So you just get what? Urn, then what? Right. So you're a core, you'll have a lot of farm. What else does he get?
I mean, you say he's gonna have a lot of farm, but I might have a lot of farm.
I'm hopeful, alright? I'm not being a negative Nancy like you.
Alright. You know, I call that being realistic.
That's fair. Gets the Fisher off. And it seems like that'll be that.
You think so? He's waiting for the shards in 3 seconds. He can bring out the sniper on Beaver.
Can he juke it? Let's see, he goes into the quick jump. Jukes it out!
Alright. Snowball
Very nice. Snowballs up. He's pretty deep though. Gets the kill, but at what cost? He has the TP ready. I like to win TPs in. And gets the nice turnaround kill. Okay. It seemed like Beaver just kind of brought him to Iceberg. He's like, I have an off lane Tusk here for you. It's a present.
Oh yeah, Iceberg's very happy about that. Nicely done with the jukes there. I don't know. I feel like that series of plays right there from the Tusk, kind of like, it shows you like their mentality, right? They feel like they need to be able to just go somewhere and kill, or else they're in for a tough time here.
And PA just quietly. Let's switch to net worth there. 10 minutes on the button.
Oh my god, you're just getting all the timings down. I like this.
Yeah, it's the only way I have any hope of remembering. So, Magnus, DK Phobos, has his Soul Ring, Arcane Boots, leading the net worth chart.
Yeah, very nice.
Damn.
You know, we're talking about Magnus not being the strongest laner, but stick him in the safe lane against an equally shit laner, and he's gonna have a good time.
The battle of the shitters. He'll come out ahead.
That's right.
Well, they're kind of posturing for something bottom. G is pretty deep here. No blink available on Phobos, but he misses this here, but just gets in position so he can clean up player here. Afterlife goes for the snowball, gets it off. I like to win. Isn't moving in any trouble.
Oh, alright.
Okay, we'll put that down to the sigil slow. That ain't on Phobos.
That's right.
Afterlife traps himself in a icy kind of home of hell.
Yep, in his igloo home.
Yeah.
Shane, all I know is RP was used and the end result is Tusk died.
Exactly. Well played. That was the sigil though. Like small stuff like this actually makes a big difference when you're playing, because you're just Batrider is a big one. You'll notice a lot of players make mistakes when they're playing against Batrider because they're not used to the turn rates.
Sometimes there's like these random little nukes, right? These AoE spells like a flat cannon or something clips you don't realize, and then boom. Obviously we're making excuses for him because he doesn't have a blink dagger yet, but it does happen.
Yeah. I don't know. Getting any kills on Magnus without blink, impressive. The TP's top. And they've managed to kill FNG.
Coming out again. Check it out.
Phobos is having flashbacks. He's like, yeah, run away! Bottom lane.
TP's in, sees the sigil and he books it.
He blocks the thing. Okay, the range of assassin is no. Okay, he's gone. He could have smoked if he was feeling like he was gonna die. When you see people make plays like that, the smoke when to save themselves, is it even worth it? Or should you just take your death? Because smokes are a valuable resource, right?
Yeah, I guess people don't smoke a level 1 anymore, right? It depends, right? If it's like this early in the game, it's probably worth it. Honestly, it's just sometimes teams run into these problems in the mid game where they only have like one smoke, where they're waiting for like 5 minutes for the next smoke, and then they feel like they can't make any plays, or it's too dangerous for them to make plays they want to do.
FNG making a nighttime here, looking for a pick.
Yeah, very spooky. People don't like playing in the night.
Like, we can actually use the fog thing here. We can see exactly what Vega can see, and it is not.
Is it terrifying?
It is not a pretty sight. You can see.
Oh my god!
Look
I
at
don't
this
see
ward.
anything. It's like not even a ward.
No, you can barely see this creep camp.
They're spying on the troll family over there. That's about it. Watching them sleep.
wish they were in bed now. There are you. There are you. Is that how you say his name? There are you? I guess so.
I think it's supposed to be the real you.
Oh.
Anyways, that's Aloha Dance.
Aloha Dance. Okay, that works. He's
An
catching up
equally great
nicely.
name.
Top of the network.
Hey, what happened?
He just
Is that
jungled.
2 kills to the lane, 2 kills to the
No Echo Slam up. Afterlife rolls in, gets the punch off. Phobos wants it. Wants the return kill, but you're always nervous when you're this close to the Blink Dagger and your Night Stalker's running at the enemy team. You're like, dude, can we just chill out? I want to get this Blink Dagger. I like to win. Posturing up as well. Can you get initiation? Iceberg rotates in from the left. Gets the siphon off.
There's no shrine or Slayer?
There ain't no shrine there. Just leave him alone, Vega. He's a goner.
That used to be the hill you just don't walk up, right?
Now it's totally changed, right? Like, all of a sudden, this area of the map is a lot more open for the Radiant.
Yeah, but look at this sniper. He's evading all the danger. Just casually strolling on by. Quite lucky.
Not bad for Vega, though. Massive rotation towards the bottom lane from Team Spirit. Gives more time for a Selector farm. He's finished his Shadow Blade at a reasonable, pretty good timing.
Dude, considering his start is actually, it's very good, right?
And considering that, literally nobody in this game has farm. You know, like, the top net worth
yeah, it's true.
Is 6k. It's very low. This time of game. G. Yeah. DD on I like to win on the PA. There's no hope.
Some power, too. Good luck surviving that.
There's no hope. This is what I worry about. Afterlife might be next. Gets a snowball off. But I don't know if it's going to make much difference. He might go down. There's a lot of damage. Arcane Curse, okay. -2, +2. Zayak
right,
gets his first
into
man. Yeah, it is.
Big deal. P goes down. Look, Stark's coming with the Shadow Blade now too. Looking to see what he can find.
OP hits on 2. Very nice. Iceberg getting gone on by the Slack on the backside. Uses the Exorcism Fissure to interrupt it. Aloha Dance just gets gets the bonus kill on FNG. That was so funny.
Just cruising on by, makes this great escape and picks up the free kill too.
Oh, that would be a tilter now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going back in. Aloha Dance continues here with the backup. Lays down the shrapnel. Aloha Dance gets another one.
Okay, very well done. The Slark is.
This is Shadow Blade for like 15 minutes into like 1,600 gold bonus in a minute.
Doing super well. You know, the Slark we saw yesterday was also at the top of the network, but it was different, right? This Slark is looking around, finding these kills. All these heroes are good at getting involved in engagements. It's like, you know, with Slark, you want to wait a bit, right? You want to pick off these targets that are alone and wait to hit these key units in the back once the spells are used, like RP was used, and it's easy for him to go in, right? Even though he got fissured, he was still able to survive. Okay, this guy's definitely going to be a problem in this game. He's super farmed, Exorcism is down, so is the RP, but it's not like these guys are the biggest heroes at forcing objectives, right? Sniper, sure, he's going to hit the tower from out of range with Bloodlust, but it's not fast, right? Like a Jakiro or a Death Prophet or anything like that. It's like, it's a slow and steady siege. But it's also something that, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, I cut you off, I believe. I just thought you were finished. You paused there.
Yeah, I did. You know, sometimes I gotta take some time to compose myself so I don't say something too stupid. A little stupid's okay. But yeah, these towers have 200 more HP, right? They're at 1600 HP now. The tier 1, so the sniper hits like a not strong guy.
Especially not when he has a 4-star, and that's it.
Yeah,
you know, you have to buy this defensive item against their lineup because they're such, like, get in your face guys. What I was gonna say is, like, they can siege with sniper like they're doing now, and they can just rely on the global to back them up. If someone initiates, just global. Take your fight from there. That'll give Slark time to get in position. The issue I see though is the just sheer overwhelming team fight that Team Spirit have. It like 2 silences, AoE stuns, they have it all, right? And then you compare that to Vega.
I guess they have global silence, right? That does help a lot with the team fight, but
for now, right? Until the items come out, until we start getting the BKBs.
And it's also like it's really dependent on them like being able to kill people
after it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
which they don't have. They don't have a lot of burst damage. They, in fact, 0.
And
this is a good position from Vega here. They have the ward down. Beaver just got spotted. Smoke revealed. He gets the echo off anyway, but at what cost? He just evaporates. Silence is used just like we talked about. Team Spirit managed to back off.
Exorcism used too. This is a complete disaster for Spirit. That was so weird, right? They saw the smoke pop.
He smoke popped and he still went in. He didn't move.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't react.
It feels like quite a mistake, right? You don't want to go for that, especially if a hero like Stark who's just gonna press his Dark Pact and bait it out like that.
They have total vision over him. FNG might get a kill here on Zac. Uses the fly. Oh, the shards!
Oh, alright.
He still has
this could be pretty good if Stark wants to come back in, right? No exorcism?
He has the Bloodlust on top of him. He's going in, focusing down. Manages to Dark Pact the ORP. I like to win, is getting away. Goes back in on PA. Beaver's back. He has no more spells. Slayer turns with the stun. Sniper will be used on I like to win, cancelling the urn charge.
Stark's healing up, he's gonna come back in.
Oh boy. Snowball's going off. They managed to pick him up. Iceberg's isolated, no ulti. He has 3. He's gone. Okay,
Jesus,
this is the chain feed from.
Yeah, this is the big time feed, right? That was so forced. There was Magnus was already dead in that engagement, right? And they still try to take it. Stark lives with like 100 HP, and this hero, when he's off the map, he heals right back up. So that's literally what happened. He just waited, healed back up, and came back in. That was a fight without the exorcism.
When the ORP missed, they didn't have exorcism, and they continued to fight.
Yeah, exactly. It just looks so uncoordinated.
Yeah, messy. This is the dream for Slark, right? He gets to go in and out of the team fights. He has the bloodlust, so he can do it quicker. He's closing in on the Silver Edge as well. Like, he's going to be very tanky. He's
so far. He's over 500 gold per minute at this stage of the game after having a... the lane setup was not very good for him at all. He did not get free farm, but he made it quite the comeback.
So, item-wise, G finishing the Pike. FNG's picked up the Gem, the Blink Dagger, and going for Midas on full boss. Kind of, like we spoke about, the Vega don't really have a lot of high ground push. At least it's not very quick. So I'm securing a Midas to try and guarantee that late game a bit more, and some more item progression, because there's not exactly a lot of space to farm on a map with Slark when he's farmed. Right? You have to play as 5. There's not a lot of creeps. Your priority is very low. Slayer and Ogre just getting taken down by a 5-man smoke from Team Spirit.
Is this Roshan now from Spirit? It's really hard to do Rosh against Sniper when he can just shrapnel a pit, but with the Night Stalker you can't just like casually walk in, right? It's super scary.
I'd worry though. Like, sure, you're getting Roshan, but is it really enough?
Right, this little shark boy he's pretty farmed. Right? Silver Edge, Echo Saber tries to kill at this point in the game. Super scary.
He is pushing your tier 3 tower. Any damage he does is unhealable. Catapult is whacking it. So look here.
Catapult is whacking it?
It's whacking it.
Alright.
Whacking the tower. Well, what did you think of it?
It is. I don't know, that he shoots things.
Whacks it.
Alright, well, they whacked that tower real good. It's at 1000 HP now, and as you said, unhealable damage.
Oh man. Alright, Aegis secured for Team Spirit, But what are they waiting on here? The timing, okay. Manta style, I guess, for PA is what they're waiting on. Because usually you see the Aegis, they just group up immediately and go push buildings, but in this case they're waiting on I like to win to farm his Manta style, so he's able to remove the silences.
Yeah, it's very nice instead of the BKB, because BKB doesn't really do a whole lot this game, right? Especially for PA, he can Blink Strike out of the pound, so it doesn't do that much. Other spells are pretty much ignorable from the hero, so good choice. It's not the most common item on your PA, right? Usually you expect like the Desolator, where you can just isolate the target and destroy him.
Usually I'd say it's not good at all, the Manta style first item. But when you have a Magnus, it's a lot more stats, so you benefit a lot more from it. Did you find the background? Iceberg gets stunned, unable to get the exorcism off. Gets it off, but is it too late? He's falling so quickly. G's positioning on the right hand side. Just isolating him. DK Phobos is a mad cow running forward to his doom. Oh my god, these team fights. They try to initiate on Slack again.
This hero is not easy to go on like that, right? The best case scenario where they can kill Slark is when they're already camping like in the trees as he's farming away, right? And then they can fissure him from Fogfall to the Echo Slam, that kind of thing.
I think the
Running at him
chain's
like
done
that.
him, right?
Exactly. Running at him like that gives him such a big, or it's such an easy chance to just press one of his 3 buttons to help him survive. That's right. I made it sound real easy.
Don't press E! Like, these team fights, do you see G's position? He was so far to the right-hand side. We talked about how good Night Stalker is, vision-wise. All G did was he shot a lot of shrapnels everywhere, just to give him this team, like, all the vision they needed. Then Phobos tried to walk at him. He knew he was dead, and he was just like, okay,
he skewered in, right? And then he just got global silence, and then what do you do at that point, right? That is the big X factor in these team fights.
That was into Aegis as well. Team Spirit. Pop the Knight.
Right.
Okay. Always want to fly backs off. Seeing the empowered Aegis PA at the front lines is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, he's looking pretty scary. But not as scary as our Slark friend for now, who's at 3,000 gold. Jesus.
Does he buy the new MKB item? I think it's
don't know.
really, really good on Slark now because they change it. It gives you a lot of attack speed.
The item just looks so much better in general now.
It does, yeah.
It feels like it complements a lot of heroes that would want it against these evasion heroes just even more. And it's so cheap, right?
It's like 4.2.
Yeah, 4.2k.
75% chance to hit. Chance for accuracy. Some wording.
Yeah, so it requires some math. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah, I like True Strike. Oh, I like the win. Trying to use this Aegis. Pressing forward. Zac manages to get that high ground. The snowball, re-engage. I might just get him without anything. Okay, to get the silence off on Ogre. Slayer is the sacrifice for today. And the G hits him with the sniper. That's Aegis down.
Yeah. Aegis down? Just
For
like that. At the cost of Ogre. That was, it was well played, right? They knew he was a bit out of position. His team wasn't there, but if they kept committing, then they'd give the chance for Team Spirit to follow the counter initiation, right? Shaker Magnus. So they backed up, played safe. It looks a little wonky, and yes, Ogre dies for it, but it's very good.
Their only way to push buildings, right, is if PA's on the front lines, zoning everyone back, and Death Prophet's ulti is hitting them. So they kind of really need Aegis to do that.
I feel like they do as well. And you know, DP went for the Blink Dagger build. He has Blink Yules, but this is not like a tanky build, right? This is like your evasive, like, well, if they die me, then I can use Blink out.
When I spoke about the Chinese team that was building Blink and Death Prophet, they went like Solar Crest to be a bit tankier, you know. The Yules, while it is needed, you know, you can dodge a lot of the spells with Snowball, Global, Pounce.
It's like it's a different kind of tankiness, right?
Yeah, it's a more evasive.
It's not always the same, right? With the Solar Crest, you can just walk up to the towers and tank him, but he does not feel like he'll be able to walk up to anything and tank this game. You know, he is working on Solar Crest, but it is pretty far. And, you know, Sniper and Stark, these guys are super farm in this game. And Magnus did go for the Midas, so he's going to get to some items eventually.
I like that.
I do too. I think it's very good, especially when you have a really good start like that. You don't need to, like, rush your items, right? You can just play the nice slow game. And this way he doesn't end up taking, like, too much farm, right?
It's not like there's a lot to go around, and
that's true.
Sometimes when you play a hero like Magnus or Axe or someone who buys a Blink Dagger as one of their first items, and you get it really early, sometimes your team isn't ready to take advantage of it, right? So in this case, like, him building the Midas means there's no pressure on him to get items or farm, and there's also no pressure on his teammates to be like, okay, we have to go with Mag, he has the Blink Dagger, it's go time, you know. This way it just slows everything down. Oh, bit of a POS.
Yeah, and you know, Mag's an interesting hero, right? He does have a big team fight AoE stun, but in order to actually get into position to land it, you always have to wait. You have to be super patient, sit in the back, and you know, Shaker's always going to go first, and Magnus is the one looking last. So he doesn't really need that Shadow Blade yet because he's not playing that. If there wasn't a Shaker, then maybe he's playing that role where he needs to like sit there and just waiting for them to go on his PA, but with Beaver there, it's not really his job, right? He can wait to make sure it's really good. He can wait for Slark to use all his spells.
Yep, I like it a lot. What do you...
But,
I was messing around in some bot games. What do you think of the lightning hammer, the meteor hammer on Magnus, right? Levels 18 ulti, stuns for
Radiant's middle
3.75
tower is
seconds, so
under
you can
attack.
stun everyone, and then meteor hammer on top of it. And it guarantees the meteor hammer, so it's another stun on top of that.
I don't know. It sounds it's like a refresher then, huh?
It sounds pretty cool, right? And then you could even refresher on top of that and do it all again.
How long does the meteor hammer thing stun for?
1.65, 1.85, something like that. Let me see.
So it's interesting.
1.7.
I don't know. I feel like we haven't seen a lot of the new items come into play yet. Maybe
No,
they...
like, everyone's afraid. That's what happens all the time. You're like, oh, I build Slack this way, you know? That's that. When,
Radiant's top
like,
tower
some of these
is
items,
under
I've seen the
attack.
Spirit Vessel a few times. It's an item people seem to be very comfortable buying almost straight away.
Yeah, it looks quite good.
But
But then we have that new
Aeon
league.
disc?
Who's got that?
The Aeon disc. Have you seen this item at all?
No, I've never seen it before. Maybe it's garbage. Maybe it's imbalanced. We just don't know.
Strongest battles applied and you gain 2.6. I don't know. It's science. We'll figure it out later. Always want to fly on the front lines on Slark. The ward on the high ground is catching out Slayer. They go on him again, and they're committing quite a lot. Let's check out the backlines. We have a smoked up Beaver on Earthshaker, and Magnus is also the north side. The global perfectly timed
Oh, the
again!
snowball save.
And the snowball on top. Phobos is in a world of trouble. Beaver unable to get any spells off. Iceberg.
Sniper's destroying these people.
Iceberg is blinking forward, going for Afterlife, but I don't know if he might be in a little deep. He's not that tanky, as we spoke about. G is tearing everyone apart on the backlines. They're just unable to get in close. FNG with a nice little juke. Doesn't really
it's
do
a
enough
gem
though.
too.
That's a gem down. Phew, okay. I want to give a shout out to my boy Ziak on his fucking silencer. He is owning them.
He pressed that R button real good.
He presses it so nice. Top lane though. This might be a feed.
Okay.
That is interesting. So Slack tried to go onto the Magnus, even though Magnus has a Shadow Blade. He had no reveal. And Magnus just OP'd him.
Yep, and then he died.
And he
Very
yeah,
unfortunate.
that is the first death, I believe, right? No, second
Yeah,
death. Exactly.
second death, okay. Bit of it was a weird play, right? But that team fight was so good. They had the, this isn't over yet, I guess.
Yeah, he's in a world of trouble here. Gets the ward down. That'll be that, really. Man, Slack dying just really takes off the tempo of the game, right? All of a sudden, Team Spirit are feeling way more confident. They play very aggressively straight away.
Yep, invading the jungle, just running at everyone they see.
They don't have any of their ultis or anything, but they just realize that Slack is that farm that they can play like that when he's down.
They got, is this minimum Roshan respawn, do you know? I can't read this clock, man.
You have to wait, no? There it is. There's
No,
Roshan.
it's up.
You have to wait.
Whatever, I wasn't looking at the timer. I don't know if that was like the earliest possible spawn, but maybe they've kind of gotten even luckier with Roshan spawning because they did walk in the pit. Now they know what's up, but Clark's gonna be alive.
Snowball mid lane. Just a bit the fireman ball.
That's right, the farm ball.
Spirit Vessel complete on the Tusk. I was asking what items he buys. This is definitely one of them.
Scanning.
Health, movement speed, mana
Dire's
regen,
middle tower is
armor.
under attack.
It gives you everything that the Tusk wants, I guess, right? Makes them pretty strong in these fights
Look
too.
at this. Look where Spirit are moving. They're moving up north to try and get a better angle. But Vega are onto them. Holy crap. In goes Afterlife. He's pretty deep. The rest. Silence is used. I like to win. Manages to get the BKB off. They tried to fight. Always want to fly, but they're unable to. So BKB traded for Slark ulti. On the backlines, G trying to reposition himself in a good place for Roshan. Bottom lane, the creep wave is pushing in, so they...
Oh, they got double cards in the bottom.
Oh boy. Team Spirit have to be aware of this. They're going to trade. This is a trade for nothing as well.
This is madness. They can't do it in the shrapnel.
Tower dies. Oh, they blink forward, going on to always want to fly. Step Prophet ulti used with the blink. Slayer is going to go down again. FNG gem down. Iceberg holding the front lines. I like to win. Empowered up, moving forward. Zayak is in a bad place to get the OP on too. I like to win and cleaving everyone down. Gem ultra kill. The line is drawn by FNG. Just go mid. Whoo! No buyback
Alright,
on
there
3
we go.
heroes. Sniper's the only one. Empower as well? Like, Jesus.
Dire's middle tower.
What's their answer, Brax?
Okay, now there's double gems as well on the side of Team Spirit. That's a big problem, right? They're gonna lose out on the map control now too. Dude, I don't know. It's like it's so hard to play these fights if you can't just kill the target in global, right? They killed the Shaker in the beginning, but then Beaver bought out, and then they fought again later. And then you have this PA who doesn't really die fast, right? Sniper shooting PA, but there's no MKB on Sniper.
He's trying to build up a little too
not
late.
quite there yet. I don't know. There's so many things to watch out for. You're talking about they can make a lot of mistakes, right? They always have like these big team fights combos they can pull out even if they're down a bit.
There's multiple variations of it as well, right?
Yep, exactly. They got the Shaker and the Magnus for that.
This is it, right? Spy back on Sniper, and Team Spirit go to Roshan. This is the fight.
It's done so fast.
Empower it up.
No Sparta? What do they
See
do?
what happens to Shard in from Afterlife. Give them some vision. Can they feel it? This is the pause, but it's just too little too late. The cheese is picked up by the Death Prophet on the front lines. FNG is closing in fast. I like to win. He's kind of stuck. The Fisher
It's in a
kind of
funny spot.
Yeah, Fisher caught him out, and that's that. Oh, Afterlife managed to catch him out. Always want to fly? He's looking for something. They have a gem. I don't know if this is where you want to be.
It's looking pretty dangerous here.
Yeah, he does have his ulti though, so he should be able to live. On the other side, we have Slayer on his Ogre McGee, just kind of waddling around the place. He's not even bloodlusted. He's in no.
He's a big time waddler.
Yeah, he really is. Gets the illusion rune. Gets the triple waddle. Okay. So, still Aegis advantage to Team Spirit.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under
Vega bought back on Sniper, tried to contest, but really they were unable to do anything. Right?
It looked desperate, right? They just didn't want to lose the
That's
racks.
all it was, right? It's desperation. Now, Team Spirit can
Radiant's
reset.
bottom
They have
shrine
all their
has
ultimates,
fallen.
except for night time, which should be up in 45 seconds. We just go mid again. Oh yeah, poor lad.
So rough life.
Did he get the armor talent? Didn't do a lot really, that 5 armor though. I always feel like a god when I get a 5 armor talent, but
Invincible.
look what Slayer's doing. Split push McGee. He's on the case.
That's right.
Waddling back.
He knows what's needed to win this game. Look at that. He brought Magnus back.
It's pretty big actually. I like to win mid lane. Aegis on him. G is threatening with the ulti. Just aiming at him, not even shoot.
Wow, really scary.
Some damage done to the range barracks. Not bad. Afterlife wants to go for this, it seems. They realize that Magnus TP back, so they're kind of at an advantage. Nighttime used by FNG and the Juke shoes are on! Oh boy,
bash too?
Okay, crit and bash combo.
Jeez, got everything.
Dire's top tower is under Dire's top
But yeah, the
tower
Slark
has
is
fallen.
super farm, but unless he kills these heroes really quickly, he doesn't really have time to sit in there and fight, right?
I almost feel like he needs a blink dagger or some way to like get close, because it seems like anytime he starts walking at people, Team Spirit have vision prepared, and they also just instantly Night Stalker ulti, and then he's kind of looking around, he can't see anything, right?
Right.
So
And the gem is just impossible for him to walk into,
yeah,
right? But then, if he has a blink dagger, then he has no damage. I guess he's going for BKB, which isn't really a damage item anyways, but it's still, he needs a lot to play these fights
Very
well, right? Even though he's farmed.
now this is all. Sniper has completed the MKB. We'll have a look at the items real quick before this high ground push.
Okay.
Two MKBs on Vega, one on Slark, and one on G. They do have the Ogre buff on top of that, so they will be pumping out quite a lot of damage. But then you have a look at Team Spirit's items, right? BKB on Phobos to dispel that global finally. Cheese
very
on
nice.
Iceberg, Beaver, Gem, Blink. That's all he needs.
Everyone on the side of Iceberg is very farmed.
On Iceberg's side. Yeah.
Oh, I mean Team Spirit, Jesus.
Well, they are technically on the side.
That is true.
Yeah, you were right.
Has fallen.
Alright, Abyssal Blade PA. What do they do against this guy? It's just like, this guy just stands in the front and you can't go on him.
He just
because
goes on
has
the-
so much support, right?
Alright. Your sniper or your silencer can't do anything. He can't be even close. He has to stand so far back that he's not going to even. He probably won't even cast his other spells, right? Because if PA sees him, he's dead.
You know, none of his buttons do anything to PA.
Dire's
Yeah,
bottom
true,
tower
true.
has fallen.
Oh, they find out silencer. Okay. They manage to skewer him back. The dagger. Oh, he's gonna fly. He's kind of far forward. They OP him. Everything's used. They pause the game.
Oh my god, what is this?
What is that? What is this? We got a dot from FNG and a G.
Alright, they're going.
Alright. Empower reapplied to I like to win. Oh my god, Stalker's dead. Yeah, that's it. Godlike. From I like to win. Moving forward. Going for more. 2
This
buybacks.
PA is so tanky, man.
Still has ages as well.
Just kidding, because I forgot.
And they have Echo Slam. Let's watch Beaver. See how he does it. He goes straight in. Okay, Slark dead, no buyback. G is getting gone on by I like to win. Uses his BKB, but is it enough? He's kind of carrying. The MKB is doing a lot of work. OD is out on the front lines though. Iceberg trying to take the racks. Jack one out. It seems. Oh, they cheese up. They cheese up onto PA. He goes in. Yeah, he's doing clean racks.
Radiant's top tower
You know what's
is under
next?
attack.
Right. It's refresher Aegis time.
Oh boy.
The
I've never seen
refresher
it before.
token or something. I don't know what it's called. I've never seen it either. Oh, Abyssal Blade ready on the PA. What's it go for?
Oh,
The
nice
snowball, very nice. If you're in the snowball when global is cast, you don't get it applied to you. G is getting everything thrown at him. 2 force staffs used, 3 force staffs used. But I like to win. I still manages to catch him out. They tried their best to save him, but no amount of pushing will get them away from the Mask of Madness. Yeah,
Hey, Shane, Tusk and Sounds on the same team.
yeah.
Yeah. But no, it is true though. That's correct.
I'm trying to talk faster than play by play things. It's a very difficult.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Nah, but this game was rough, right?
It was very difficult. When PA came out on the draft, it was kind of that was it. The nail in the coffin.
It looked. There's nothing there that they could pick to deal with, right? They pick up the Slark, we can get the Silver Edge, so that the evasion, gets removed and everything. But it's just not enough. There's so many things to help back him up in these fights. And again, it's Slark against Shaker, Magnus, and DP Silence.
I think Night Stalker was his biggest problem, right?
Yeah, Night Stalker too. It was all bad.
Oh, yoy. And then you saw earlier, like Vega Squadron, their early game was very good. They had some good team fights. They were owning, actually. They were actually owning in the first like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Yeah,
and then
time.
Team Spirit's lineup just came online. They got their Blink Daggers, and then that was it. Essentially, like some BKBs. Your global doesn't do as much. PA walks all over you. Stuff.
Yeah, PA eventually farmed some items and then walked at heroes and pressed their buttons, and they're like, "Uh-oh, we can't hit this guy. It doesn't do anything."
We'll be back shortly for more Team Spirit and Vega Squadron in Captain Draft 4.0 CIS Qualifiers. I'll see you guys soon.